Hey, hi there. So, just checking the audio here. Seems to be working. Anyway, here I am again, another live stream. Just checking the focus. Okay, tricky. Um, okay, welcome. Welcome to another live stream from me. So I want to try a new thing with you. Basically, I'm just gonna start. I'm starting a new mix of a track. What I tend to be doing these days is writing the music in Ableton Live and then mixing in Pro Tools. So what I've done today is bounce down all the stems from Ableton and I'm going to put it into Pro Tools. So let's just pop over to Pro Tools now. Here we go. Okay, so far everything's working. Now I'm just going to play and just make sure that we've got audio happening here. So I can just... So if you're out there, let me know you can hear everything okay. I think it's okay. So yeah, actually, before I go any further with that, I just wanted to tell you about this new pedal I've got. So destroying the lighting situation. So this pedal, I've just made a film about it actually. Let me go back to this camera. Okay, so yeah, I've just made a new. I'm going to show it to you here. You should be able to see that. All right. I've just made a film with the Lyra. It's a reverb pedal from Walrus Audio, slower. So it's the stereo version of their slow reverb pedal. Stereo and the mono version was called slow. This is called slower, or I mean, it's I know if that was Swedish, it would be sluer. Anyway, in German, who knows? I think it's German. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, so there's a film with this and the Lyra coming out in a couple of days. I think maybe on Monday that's going to go live. And it's basically just my first go with it. And I mean, since I made that video, I might actually make a proper film just talking about the different controls. It's pretty amazing. It is pretty amazing what it can do. Obviously, it's good for ambient music. This here changes the bit rate of the audio. It's called stretch. Sorry, I've got manual focus, so I have to get the pedal in exactly the right spot. And creates, it changes the sample rate, of the audio, which enables it to have more of a tail or less of a tail and higher quality. And the different algorithms, it's incredible. So far, what I've tried so far, I love it. I think I'll make a proper film about it video. I once called a YouTube video a film, and I just got comments about taking the piss, basically saying it's a video. Anyway, let's go back to this track. Okay. So what I've done is normalized everything and loaded it in, so everything's centered and loaded in. So I've got group, so it's all really, you know, sonically it's not right. That's why. See, I have my, you can see that fader on the far right there, called feeder. This is something I've started doing. If you look at all the tracks, everything is going to an auxiliary called Buenos. Cannot remember why I called it Buenos, but I have. And that's this fader here. Now, what that fader is doing is controlling the level of audio from the track that's going into the master fader. Basically, it just means it's like a group. It's a complicated group, channel, folder, track, whatever you want to call it. But it means I can put more or less audio into the master bus. So at the moment, the master bus isn't doing anything. Let's just activate some of these plugs, and hopefully this won't destroy the stream. So the God particle, Jason Joshua's, or was it Joshua Jason? The Great Mixer, his plugin. I always turn that off, and I bring that down to roughly half. You can hear the difference already. Quite a big difference. So I'm going to mix the track with these on. And I've thought a lot about this, and I've watched a lot of mix with the master videos to sort of come up with a decision that I think, especially something like the God particle, which we don't really know what it's doing, you know, but having it on does change the way you mix. So let's just also bring this in for a bit of tape. Let's just do this. Good. And activate the bus compressor. So this is the SSL, and I have actually the controller, the SSL controller down here. So, although there's a preset which I set. Okay. Obviously, it's not doing anything now because, you know, I'm going to stop saying obviously as well. Obviously, it's not doing anything because this is down. That's doing too much. Just had to move my video window to the other side because if it's on the right, it looks like I'm looking away from the Pro Tools project. Now it looks like I'm looking at the Pro Tools project. Okay, that makes me feel better. Right, back to it. Okay. Okay, so there's a lot going on. It starts getting busy back here. It's very 4 on the floor. Okay, what I might do first. Okay, I'm not, and also I'm not going to do too much tonight. One reason being, it's pretty late here. I'm working from headphones. I would rather be, out front. And let's see what I might start with. I mean, like, there's a lot here. Let's start at the beginning. Maybe let's just get the one of the main instruments. Let's get that going. Now that's the harp. And here it is. That's not it. Sorry. Okay, so this was done in Ableton, so I can't show you how I did this, but it's a harp with a and actually I think in my last live stream I went through this. In fact, I know I did. If you're interested, you can go to the previous live stream and you can see me working through the Ableton project, and you can see how I made these things. So for example, this harp, it has a lot of not random, but it's tentatively randomized velocities and octaves, and then it has a bit of side chaining from the kick drum to make this sort of, I wanted to say floral. That's not the right word, I don't think, but it's sort of this bursting sound as the compressor releases. But maybe what we should do first is just find some of the drums and things, and just get a group of groove stuff. Okay, so there's a kick. Let's move it to the top. I know the clicks is part of that because that's the Digitech stuff. Sounds like that. It's designed to be subtle. So let me just bring that down now. And there's the kick with various Ableton effects on there. Some Maxwell Live effects. That doesn't come yet. Where's some more? Okay, hat closed. Let's see what that sounds like. Pretty straightforward. Hat's bitty. Jumping ahead there. Yep, that's bitty. Fumph, we've talked about fumph before, I think, especially in the last live stream, just so you can hear it. It's okay, yeah, that's very fumphy. Metal. What's metal? Oh, right. Interesting. We'll come back to that. And rain also we'll come back to. Okay, snare. That's probably a drum thing. So let's move that up here. Sub bass stuff. Nobody need to worry about stuff yet. Yamaha. The Yamaha, that will be my new Yamaha Reface CS, which is in the last video I made, which you can see on my channel with the Lyra. Yeah. Okay, and tell you what we're going to do. Exciting stuff here. We're going to make a group out of those. No, what we're going to do is we're going to make a folder. Enough groups. We can make a folder. Get into making folders. That's all the sort of groove stuff. Okay, so I'm going to add this to a new folder. And it's going to be a routing folder. And we'll call it drums, for want of a better word. There you go. Now, I want to put this back into my Buenos bus. All right. So, this is the amazing thing about doing this sort of thing. That sounds completely insane, but I like it. It's not really what I meant it to sound like. And back in Ableton, you're mixing as you're writing, of course, and the process of making stems, I sort of zeroed everything, and it changes everything. It changes the vibe. That sounds kind of crazy. Part of the reason is the snare is so loud. Bring that down. I mean, that kick. That's really interesting. I don't know how that happened. If we add it to the harp. It clicks. Let's just start bringing some things down here. Yeah, a lot of it is the bitty hats. Let's jump to where they come in. So let's just bring that down. I'm not doing any panning yet. Let's just get the track sort of sounding okay. Relatively. The harp's too loud, maybe. The other thing, if we go from the top, is there's a Moog. This is the Moog Mother. Let's just bring that into. It's jumping ahead. Sorry, I do realize I had the camera on me rather than Pro Tools then. Sorry about that. You saw too much of me. Let's bring that Moog down. Let's bring the bass in here as well. Oh, mind you, there's some Rhodes going on. What does that sound like? Obviously just too loud. Let's bring the bass stuff in. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Huh. Okay, that's my Korg 700. Rhodes, not that Rhodes, this Rhodes. What's the harp? And the sub bass. Yeah. Let's bring this metal in now. That's an interesting sound. Some more Rhodes. That can come down. I mean, that's the only time actually that little line, that line happens once. You know, it makes me feel like vintage verb, but just the default setting. What is that sound? Let's solo that. That's exactly the sound I wanted. Okay, it's getting a bit lost at the moment, but that's okay. You might have just heard then, where is it? It's called Strum, yeah. This sound is pretty crazy. It's an Ableton instrument, I can't remember what it's called. Gets a lot louder suddenly, doesn't it? This is bringing stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, I just panned something. Just panning that crazy hat, which you can hear if I solo that. Just moving that a bit to the left. I'm using the SD controller here to do it rather than straight into Pro Tools. Bring that down. Okay, that Yamaha. That's loud. Such a cool sound. That's the Yamaha Reface CS, which I've just acquired, and I love it. Yeah, we don't need that automation panel there, or that. Not that. That's one. Let's bring that down. What am I looking for here? There we go. So, I'll tell you what would be really interesting is if in the chat, if you're there, I really would like to know that you can hear everything okay. We've been going now for a few minutes. Not sure exactly how many minutes. That should feasibly be something that would be easy to... Oh, 27 minutes. We've been doing this 27 minutes. No one's chatted. What's going on? Can you hear me? I'm just throwing that out there into the void. So if anyone wants to reply, I can have a listen on here. Oh yeah, it seems fine. I can hear myself. I'm fine. There. Okay, thanks everyone. Everyone out there, thank you. Actually, I think this is actually probably one of the first times the sound has actually kind of worked all right. And you'll notice that I've gone from saying obviously too much to saying actually too much. So actually is not... Let's just go back to music. All right. That needs to come down. Okay, now the way the mix is now, it's just very, very, very four on the floor. Have I made a dance track by accident? It's close. Let's go from the top again now, see where we're at. That's not it. So I do live things in Pro Tools. I feel like the harp needs... The harp needs some sort of shine. How do we make a harp shine? I know. There is a plugin called Sheen from Eventide. You know, that actually has done something. It's close to what I'm thinking. Let's bypass it. So, I can't remember who said it. A famous mixer said, if something works, dial it back 20%. So based on that, we've gone from nothing to 100, so let's make it 80. Even though I like 100, I'm going to just he's very successful at what he does. I'll try and remember his name by the time we get to the end of the stream, which could be soon, because I think at the moment I'm talking to no one. It really is the void. Okay. Anyway, I like that. Maybe a bit of panning. A bit to the left. Of course, in an orchestra, it would be to the right. Over in the percussion section. But this isn't an orchestra. These are my rules. So we need to find the harp on the SSL thing. There it is there, and go there. There you go, it's over to the left. That happens, you can come down. And let's pan that to the right. Oh, I think my camera's dead. Okay, I'll tell you what. We're going to leave it there. I'm using a new camera. My old camera had a battery situation where I could just plug it into the mains and power the camera. This one, I haven't got that yet, so it's battery. And as you can see, the battery's dead because there's just a black square where my face should be. So thanks very much, everyone, for watching. Bit by bit, day by day, we get a little better at streaming. I feel like the sound is working, image quality is working, everything's under control. I just need to power the camera better. Okay, thanks very much, everyone, for watching, and see you next time. Bye.